So a couple years back when I took my first corporate position, it was right after I'd sold my insurance agency. So I'd done well as an agent. Corporate came to me, asked if I was interested in a position working on training and coaching other agents. I took it, which was great. It was a new opportunity, but I'd never been in corporate before, never had any kind of a corporate job, and was a little bit nervous about this transition. I didn't know anything about office politics. I wasn't sure how to handle myself. And my neighbor, who had worked for Hewlett Packard for a number of years, his entire career, he took me aside and he gave me some advice, which I used to great effect down the road. And what he said to me, he said, Dave, really the only thing you need to know in a corporation, especially one as big as, at that time, Farmers Insurance is who I was working for now. He said, the only thing you need to know about a corporation that big, your only job really is to figure out what your boss wants. What does your boss want more than anything in the world? What are they going for? And what does their boss want? So your boss and your boss's boss. Find out what those two people are going for and help them get it. That's it. He says, if you do nothing else, you'll do just fine in the corporate world following that rule. And not knowing any better, not having any other idea of what to do, I just took that to heart. And I sat down with my boss and I said, what's your goal? What are you trying to do? And he told me. And then I asked him about his boss, and I would talk to his boss and figure out what that guy was going for. And I helped these two guys achieve that. So anything I could do during the day or during my work week, whatever I was doing, anything I could do to promote them and help them move up that corporate ladder to where they wanted to go, I did it. Over those 3 years that I worked there, or actually it was only 2 years that I'm working there, over those 2 years, I achieved 3 promotions and my income went up about $16,000. Because every time I would get these guys promoted or help get them promoted to something new, we created this great vacuum effect where now they're leaving another position behind, and guess who was the top pick to take over the position, right? I made myself so invaluable to them that as they moved up, I would just fill in behind and just take those roles they were leaving as they moved up and up the corporate ladder. And in fact, just before I quit my corporate job, one of the reasons I quit was I was slated for a 4th promotion, which would have made a big move for the family. I wasn't really that interested in that. So decided I'd leave rather than have to turn that down, and that wouldn't bode well for the rest of my corporate career. So anyways, this works the same if you're in sales or if you own a business, right? Our clients, our customers, they all have goals as well. If I have a prospect I'm talking to, that person has goals. And hint to you guys, your prospect's goals, way more important to them than anything you have. Any of your goals are going to be secondary to what they're trying to do. Right? That kind of makes sense, but as salespeople, we're always hammered with quotas, or if I'm independent, I'm looking at my bank account. Am I going to make enough money this month to be able to survive and hit my own financial needs? So I've got my own stuff. I tend to put that first. As a salesperson, I look at my prospects as a way for me to achieve my goals, for me to achieve what I want to do. Now, that mindset's going to hurt me because the people I'm talking to, that comes across, they can see I have no interest in them, and I'm going to be dead in the water before I even start. So when I approach somebody in terms of a sale or in terms of acquiring a new customer or a new client, I want to figure out what's the most important thing in this person's world. What do they want more than anything else? And then I want to find a way to help them get that. Now, if getting that involves using my product or service, fantastic. I'm going to use that to position it. I'm going to help them see how using what I have will help them achieve that specific goal. If it doesn't use my product or service, I am still going to find a way to help this person do that. I just got off the phone with a referral that I received from a guy who's never going to hire me. What I do, the type of coaching that I do, and where he's at in his business, it doesn't make sense for us to work together. But what I did was I figured out what this guy wants more than anything in the world, and I'm helping him achieve that. Right? I'm giving him resources. I'm giving him tools to help him get that. And because I'm showing up and helping him achieve his goal, he's now finding ways to pay that back and help me. Right? So find out the people above you or the people you want to work with. What are their goals? You help them achieve that, and your own are going to be met in no time.